Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81 and welcome to another special video. As you guys know or might not know, Chinese New Year is around the corner. And there is a custom that before Chinese New Year, we will have to clean our entire house, your room, the living room, kitchens and everything like that. So what I actually dreaded most is to clean my collections room. So as you can see, it's a rather big mess and there are dust everywhere. So wow. And coincidentally, there are a few of you who actually been asking me how do I actually maintain or clean my collections, seeing that there are so many around, right? Yep, so I'll take this opportunity to actually show you guys on some pretty rough idea on how I clean my collections, and at the same time I do hope that this video will actually motivate you to stop collecting. Okay, so let's begin. So the very first step, of course, is to clear the area. Ta-da! How I wish it's that simple. I'm going to show you what is underneath those collections. Just look at all this dust. Oh my goodness, this is so dirty. Wow. Okay. This is where I've been working all the time. So you may ask, what do I use to clean up? Of course, I need a cloth, as well as can't run away from my favorite, Dettol. Okay, just to kill the germs once and for all. Okay, so once I have cleaned it up thoroughly, what do I do next? Well, I clean it again. Well, you just can't be too sure. I'll always do twice just to make sure it is entirely clean. And while waiting for the table to dry up, I will actually have to clean up some of this mess before I put them back into place. Okay, so of course I will have to clean up some of the stands. Yep, they are full of dust, as well as some of these stands. I'll show you the dust. My goodness, maybe you can't see it. Okay, look at that. Okay, so it's very dusty. What do I use to clean up? Of course, it's the same thing that I used to clean. Okay, and then just wipe them dry. And if I do remember correctly, I think some of you actually asked me, what stand do I use to display my figures in my collections? So I'll tell you now, these are the stands that I use. They are pretty easily to get. If you have a Daiso in your country, they usually sell this at a very cheap price. In my country, it's just $2 per piece. Yeah, it's a rather cheap one, and they are pretty sturdy. I'm not sure if they are acrylic. I don't think so, because it's rather cheap, but they are pretty good. Okay, so these are the 3 steps one. There is also another one which is 2 steps, which is this one. Okay, so it's actually almost, oh, it's the same height, just that one you can display 3 figures and one you can display just 2. So I actually bought a mixture of it, but I usually just use the 3 one because you can actually put more figure on it. But if you need your figures to have some action poses, of course this little space is not good enough. You have to have broader space for the figure to stand if you want him to be on some dynamic poses. Okay, yeah, so these are the ones. Psst, Woody, do you think you will use that thing to spray on us? What? I hope not. Okay, so while waiting for all the stands to dry up, of course I will actually have to clean up all my figurines as well. As you can see, this Marvel Legends Ghost Rider, just take a look at the bike with all the dust. Okay, wow. Of course I won't be using the same Dettol to spray on it and wipe it dry. That will be silly. I'll be using what I call this Magic Clean Wiper. Okay, the handy duster, which is pretty good. I have tried a lot of times and it actually traps the dust very effectively. I'm not sure if this is available in your country, but if you find something that is similar, yeah, do get those to dust off your figurines. Okay, so let me show you. You can see all the dust over here and over here all over. So just very easily just dust it. Yep, this thing is very soft like a cotton candy. Okay, just dust it like this and you should be able to see that it's rather clean after that. Okay, so as you can see, it's very clean now, almost dustless, and it looks as if I just used a wet cloth to wipe it off and dry it. I did not. Okay, all I use is just this wiper. Yeah, just very gently clean it. And I have a very sensitive nose. If I have some very dusty area, I will sneeze for sure. Like just now when I was wiping my table with the cloth, I was constantly sneezing. But with the use of this, some of you might worry that you are not you're just dusting it off. The dust is just, you know, flying everywhere. But I did not sneeze at all, not even once. So that means that this thing is actually trapping the dust very effectively, and it's not just, you know, wiping it off and, you know, it's flying around everywhere, but it's not. Okay, so it's a very good one from Magic Clean. So I hope you can find it. It's a very nice cleaner, very effective against dust for our collections. Okay, so I have cleaned up the table. Even though it's not very organized, but at least I feel a lot cleaner right now. Wipe all the dust away. You can see that the table is very clean. Okay, yeah, as for the rest of the figure, I dust most of them, so they are also pretty clean now. Okay. So next I'll be cleaning up these two cabinets. Oh my god, I think the Dragon Ball cabinets on top is being cleaned last year March, if I'm not mistaken. I made a video about it. And then for the lower portions of the cabinet, I don't think I have cleaned it last year. So yep, it's very dirty now. So I'll clean both of them and I'll show it to you guys after that. Okay, same like previous, my first step is to clear off everything in the cabinet. As you can see now, it is pretty empty, and yep, it's quite dirty because like I say, I have not cleaned it up for the past 1 year. Okay, but surprisingly the dust isn't that bad. These are all the dirt. Yeah, it's the dirt, not really the dust. Yeah, so it's pretty okay, I would say. I actually you know, prepare myself for the worst, like a very thick dust hidden all over the corner, but it is not. Okay, so I think I know why is that. Okay, so I believe it is the work of these two guys here, because I placed two of these, what we call the thirsty hippo, and what they do is to absorb the moisture. Okay, as you can see, I have not changed it for the past 1 year, and the water is full. Okay, for two of them. Yep. So initially when you when it's new, it's empty, dry inside, so they absorb all the moisture. So these waters are all the moisture that it absorbs, and it's been 1 year, and I placed two of these guys in the cabinet, so pretty much they absorb everything, and I guess that's why the dust is less, maybe. Yeah, so these are very crucial in every collection. You want to have some sort of like a dehumidifier to actually absorb all the moisture that might, you know, pile up in your cabinets. Otherwise your figurines will end up with you know, sticky parts, sticky paints, things like that. They won't remain as dry. Yep, so usually I place these in the cabinets to do the job, and they are pretty affordable, I would say, because one of these can last you at least for 4 to 5 months before it reaches the level. There's a level here that you need to change. Yep, see here? Yeah, but mine is way past the level. Yep, so I'll be changing these two guys once I clean up the cabinet. Okay, so once I'm done with all the figures inside the cabinets, the last step is to actually clean this sliding glass, okay, or any glass that you guys are using. Like maybe you have a glass door, or like my case, I also have the mirror behind my cabinets. I'll use this clean up glass cleaning wipes. These are very effective in cleaning fingerprints and dust. And once you wipe it, it's like a wet tissue. So once you wipe it clean, it will be like perfect. You don't have to, you know, use another piece of tissue to wipe it dry. It will just dry up very nicely, and then you don't see any fingerprints after that. Yep. So I would strongly suggest, if you guys see this around, yep, just pick it up. So as you can see, I have done a cleanup. Okay. It's not very organized, but at least I feel that it's very much cleaner now. The whole area has been sanitized, kill all the germs, and the glass sliding door is more clean now. Everything just feel very good. Yep. Okay, so next I will clean up my Dragon Ball cabinet. As you can see, I have removed all the things from the cabinet, and surprisingly, it's pretty clean. Okay, yep, it's actually much cleaner than I thought. I would think that I will be finding spider webs all over, but currently it's pretty clean. Okay, good. So I have cleaned up the cabinet nevertheless behind me with Dettol as well as the glass cleaner, so that you can see that it's actually a lot more cleaner now. And some of you guys actually asked me before, where do I put my figures during the cleaning, or how do I, you know, manage them? Okay, so I'm going to show you how I put them. Okay, this is a very classic way of me putting my figures. And yes, I actually put them on my bed. Okay, so they are chilling right over here, and there are some over here on my tables. Yep. There's just too many of them, so I have no choice but just to rest them here. Here are my dioramas on the floor. Okay, so very quickly I place them back into the display, and I know that I have not changed much of their, you know, their poses. I just try to put them back as fast as possible because it's very late now, so I'm trying to get some sleep. Yep, so just place them back first. I'll rearrange them in my other videos. Okay, and also because as you can see, I have not many place left. Okay, so I have no place to put the thirsty hippo that I showed you guys earlier, the one that I say that is a dehumidifier. So I actually use something like this. Okay, this is also one type of the charcoal deodorizer and dehumidifier agents. Okay, I got this very cheap. They actually looks something like this. Okay, you can get this for $2. Again, it's at Daiso. So there are 3 packets inside, 3 pieces. Okay, yeah, so this will be good enough to, you know, absorb the moisture because they are made of charcoal. Okay, so what I will do is I will just, you know, place them at some of the corners. Okay, and let's see where else. Oh, here is another place with an empty space. Okay, I just put them there so that they can do their jobs to absorb the moisture. Okay, any moisture at all. Where else can I put? Oh, maybe some over here just behind the space pod, the Saiyan space pod. Yep, I think 3 package is good enough. One over here, one at the middle, and one at the side, so they will help to absorb all the moisture. Phew! Okay, so I'm done with the cleanup, and I gotta say that this is perhaps my most dreaded videos to make because it's crazy to be cleaning 3 areas at one go. I think this is the first time I actually do that, and yep, no choice. I just feel that it's so dirty that I just gotta clean them up. Yep, so I think that's the sacrifice you have to do when you have collections that you want to maintain, and it definitely has reached a threshold that I have to start selling off some of it, especially at the Dragon Balls area. Yeah, it's just too much. You can see the cabinet are all getting more cramped out. Yep, so I'll just have to pick a few and sell it off. And also as you can see, I'm wearing a different clothes as compared to the beginning of the video, because I didn't do all this in one day. Okay, I actually did it in I think 3 days if I'm not mistaken, because I have to work at the daytime. I can only clean it up at night, so I actually do one area one night, one area and one area, so it'll be 3 nights altogether. Yep, so it's not easy to maintain the collections. So yeah, so this is perhaps a dreaded video that I hope that you enjoy, because for myself, I do enjoy watching when people try to display their collections, or when they try to do a cleanup. I think it's fun to watch this kind of video, and I do hope that you enjoy it as well. Do click the subscribe buttons if you enjoy it, and of course I hope that you will stick around in my channel and browse some other videos that I have over 500 and maybe 550 videos by now, and I'm pretty sure that there will be something that will catch your attention, and I'll see you again in my next upcoming video. Oh, before I forgot, Happy Chinese New Year, and I'll see you again. As always, take care and thank you for watching. Bye.